2025 initiation season is approaching its end, and over 30 initiate deaths have been reported nationally. The highest number of deaths in the Eastern Cape, 17 initiates dying there, followed by the Free State with 10. Gauteng has so far reported no deaths, and the province's Infrastructure Development and Cooperative Governance Department has been monitoring over 300 initiation schools in the province. Let's bring in the department's Theo Nkonki to discuss this further. Theo, welcome to the program. This is incredibly worrying, to say the least. And what's more heartbreaking is that we have this conversation year after year during initiation season.
No, absolutely. Good morning to you, Michelle, and good morning to your viewers as well. That is precisely why the Provincial Initiation Coordinating Committee is doing the work that it's doing in conjunction with the police as well as the Department of Health in ensuring that we are proactive in monitoring all the registered initiation schools. I'm quite happy that obviously we're not saying other provinces are not doing what we are doing, but we are quite happy to report no deaths in Gauteng. And I think that is a product of working together with the traditional houses as well as the police and the health department, the Department of Health in Gauteng. So it's that coordination and that cooperation that is actually ensuring that we know which unit in government is doing what at a certain time.
Yeah, there have been quite strong statements made on the issue of initiate deaths, with some attributing it to parental neglect. I mean, is that taking it too far?
No, absolutely. Everyone has to take a responsibility in the process. As you know, no one who's under 16 is allowed to join the process of initiation. And there are very strict rules as per the Customary Initiation Act, which tell us how should we conduct, the customary initiation and what is the role of each and every one of us as far as the parents go, as far as, everyone in community. What should we do in ensuring that we make sure that the schools are registered and making sure that, no kid or no child is forcefully taken to an initiation school. And the law is quite clear on how that is punished according to the law. So that's why I was saying earlier, Michelle, that this demands that we all play our roles. The police, we've worked very well with them, even in the winter season initiation that we closed in July. We worked very well with the police. There were a number of reports of people being abducted, where we then intervened with the police, making sure that those people who are conducting those crimes should be held to book and they should be, punished. And we can't do this, obviously, without the help of the community. The community is the eyes and the ears of the police, as well as the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs when it comes to this.
Yeah, it's in fact the Eastern Cape Traditional Affairs MEC, Zolile Williams, who made those statements about parental negligence. And the details around these initiate deaths are quite shocking, aren't they, Theo? Aside from the fact that some of them attributed to botched circumcisions, which in itself is just horrific to think about, but also due to issues like dehydration.
Absolutely, and that is why then it becomes so important, Michelle, that when we talk about this very important rite of passage, we don't neglect the safety and health conversation in that. And I do know that, people get very irritated when we raise those issues and the issues of legality, because it's almost like they want to have the conversation about, the customary right or the customary initiation versus other considerations. That is why we are unflinching as Gauteng in making sure that working with the Department of Health, we check that all those schools, as we are sitting here, we have 107 male initiation schools and 125 female initiation schools. And we proactively, working with the Department of Health and the police, make sure that we monitor the conditions, because as you said, these are preventable deaths. And it's a shame that young lives should be lost to such an important rite of passage. And it's a cultural rite of passage that is so important in the fabric of who we are as South Africans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the next initiation season for winter next year will be between May and July. And I imagine your department, along with various other departments across provinces, will need to step up whatever efforts are already in place.
No, absolutely, absolutely. We don't have time to sit on our laurels. As you can see from the statement that we issued, the Provincial Initiation Coordinating Committee is already preparing for the season that is coming, which is winter, as we close this one off in January. So there's no time for sitting down. In fact, we had an imbizo last year, earlier this year, Michelle, where we met with all the stakeholders that are involved in initiation. And I think that even the deputy ministers really applauded Gauteng for that in a one of its kind sort of gathering, where we then plan together for the summer season that we are currently within right now. And that, I think, is the strength that we have as Gauteng, of working together and being able to find each other, so that then we prevent any weaknesses that may occur from misunderstanding, miscommunication, and make sure that we keep our focus on preserving lives while preserving this very important culture.
Theo Nkonki, thanks very much for joining us, the spokesperson for Gauteng Infrastructure Development and Cooperative Government.